Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and this video isn't like any normal video. This is the first installment of Trackmaster TableTop. As you can see, I was super duper excited to make a video on this. And without a further ado, let's hop right into the video. It's been a while, hasn't it? Now everyone, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh Andreas, why haven't you uploaded in 1 month or something? And that's because I've been working on this. Take it all in. See, I have been planning to do this for a while now.
What the heck?
And now that I've finally been able to, actually achieve it, it really still baffles me. Anyway, backstory time. So I was in Cyprus for a holiday, and I had recently watched the Unlucky Tug's series about how he made his own layout. And I thought to myself, that's something I would like to do. But since model trains are hella expensive...
Whoa, hey.
I decided that I would probably do it with my own Trackmaster models. So then I came up with this. This was the first ever concept art for a layout that I ever did, which, as you can see, takes a lot of inspiration from Unlucky Tug's layout. But that wasn't the only thing I was working on in Cyprus. See, I had also started this. Now, I'm not going to go into too much depth on this replica of Edward, but if you guys want to see this in a different video, then make sure you comment down below. Anyway, enough about Edward. Back to the layout. So then I had redrawn the layout on not really paper, but card. And as you can see here, it is a lot more clearer. And as you can see here, not many modifications were made. Only modifications to the yard by Natford, and I'd say there was some by the harbour. But that's it. And that was the last concept art I did for a while. So then I had to pack my bags and go back to Australia, mate. So then I made it back, and then I made this type of layout. Now this layout, it is extremely inaccurate to my original illustrations, but it wasn't really supposed to be 100% accurate at that time because I wasn't really trying to make that type of layout. But then I ended up changing it to this, and then I changed it to this, and then I changed it to this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and you get the point. I was very indecisive about my layouts. So then a few months had passed, and I hadn't really thought about a layout, to be honest, because I'd held a community poll asking if I should film everything on my layout, or if I should film them on custom sets that I build. And as you can see, the custom sets won. Yippee! And that's how all my videos stayed for quite a while. But I ran into an issue from doing all those custom sets. See, whenever I had to do another scene, I had to fully dismantle all the other set, and then put the other set up, and then dismantle the other set, and put the other set up, and it was a big hassle. So then I decided that maybe, just maybe, I should build a layout. Now, let's fast forward all the way to 2024 December. And I was like, you know what? I want to make a layout, but not just any layout. I want to make a layout on a table, like Unlucky Tug. So I dug up my old drawings and I laid all the track out. Then, after I'd laid all the track, I roughly measured how big the table was going to be with a measuring tape. And then I drew up some blueprints on the measurements of the table. So, 2024 finally comes to an end, and then 2025 starts up. Now this year is when I constructed the table. Now, I want to give a huge shout out to my dad who helped me build this table and help me get the materials, and basically if it weren't for him I would not have even had this table right now, so thanks Baba. When we went to Bunnings, we kind of cut the wood a bit too tall, Instead of it being 70 centimeters off the ground, it was 90 centimeters off the ground. So that meant when we installed the legs on the table, it looked way too tall. So then what we had to do, we had to take the legs off the table, put them in the car, go all the way back to Bunnings, buy a few extra legs, cut them to size, reinstall them, and then finally the table was at the right height and it actually looked really good. And then came the fun part, transporting. See, I had to transport the table all the way from my grandparents' house to my mum's house, since I'd built the table at my grandparents' house. And then after I'd transported all 3 tables, it looked something like this. And then it finally clicked that, oh my goodness, this looks amazing. Now, I'm not going to say that then I started track laying, because before I had transported the 3rd table, I had already started track laying. But I can say that all the track was laid, and then it started to look like a real layout. One of the first mods I did to the board was paint the area where Natford is black. Now, I didn't use any big paintbrushes or big paint cans, I just used my normal customizing paint and a normal small paintbrush, which didn't work that well. So then I decided to do some hand painting. After I'd hand painted the entire Natford area, I decided to take some photos. And I was really happy with how the entirety of the layout looked. And that, folks, is the first installment of Trackmaster TableTop. I hope you enjoyed. And don't worry, part 2 will be coming, I'd say, either June or July. I hope. So, if you want to be one of the first people to see part 2, I suggest liking, subscribing, and turning on the notifications so you don't miss part 2. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed, and bye for now.